Hi, welcome everyone. I hope you're enjoying the weekend. I'm back. Last Saturday I skipped the stream, but I'm back now, and hopefully I won't skip any other. Bunch of other Saturdays. Today my goal is to analyze dependencies. Continue the work done so far. In the last stream, I just barely touched these dependencies and extract them from the package managers into Memgraph and then analyze Memgraph. As usual, please like, share, and subscribe to get notified about stuff like this. I have some issues. Yeah, hopefully my YouTube is saying that I'm sending faster than they can accept. Hopefully you can hear me. I'll just double check what is going on. Hopefully this will work. Give me a second. Great. Yeah, let's get started. So I'll just go here and go back into. So we did that last time as a part of Mage. Branch. We are still on that. Repo. All right. I think we don't. We have a bunch of other changes, but nothing on our branch. All good on that side. Let's go back here. No, that was deps. As always, my Vim gets a bit confused, but that's all fine. We have here a bunch of stuff, but here is the script that we built last time. So yeah, as usual, if you have any questions or anything, just ask. I'll try to answer. Yeah, YouTube is saying your encoder is sending data faster than real time. Not sure. I got this error for the first time, so I'll see later on. Hopefully you can hear me and see me. Right, so these are the cp dot file, and we have others. Deps open cpp deps.png. So here we stopped last time. And yeah, so my first goal is to use these files, so the dot files, and extract data out of it and put it into Memgraph. To do so, I need some kind of a parser for that file. So I never did this. I'll try to figure that out. stack overflow, how to parse dot file py dot. Nice. So we have that thingy. There is a graphics library. All right. In addition to that, also graphics. Okay. Py dot. What is an interface to graphics? Is that the package? No. Can convert its graph to py dot. Graph from dot file. Here we have. And what about this library? Graphics seems to have network X, NX py dot. Yeah, these two seems very similar, but graphics has 15 contributors used by a bunch of people. And we are already using it. We are already using the graphics. This now a bit dependency analysis. And py dot. If we go to the home page, it actually has more contributors. Since we are already using graphics, I think I'm gonna continue with that, but can we read a file with graphics? Graphics dot source. We can just read. Where is documentation here? Wiki probably doesn't have anything. Let's check the API reference to graphic. Sorry, actually we had that here. Graphics source from file. Yeah, okay. API reference graph source. Where is that method? From file return instance with the source string. All right, let's try that. So if I go here and I run source from file. So we have here import graphics. Maybe we can even cut these chunks here, but yeah, actually I'll put it here to be more localized. So this is Cpp. So if we just copy paste this and put it here, that should give me the graph is so source file graph equals that print, just hack it here to get something out of that. All right, we have requirements file here, but I think we have the virtual env. Where is my virtual env? No. Pip install -r requirements. Okay, and analyze. Sorry, this was a stupid mistake. I just copy pasted everything. Yeah, that's what happens when you copy paste code. Nice. So we actually got all right. And what now? How to read that? Yeah, I don't like this because it seems that GraphBase doesn't have and what about NetworkX? NetworkX should be seems I have some internet problems. Yeah, it seems my internet has died. Oh, I'm back. Just a second. Uh-oh. Sorry, it seems that... So sorry, I had some internet issues, but it seems that I'm back now. We'll see in a moment. So let's go just back here. Yeah. Network X. Yeah, it works. Okay. Let's continue. So Network X has actually some stuff. Draw Network X. Graph is a graph. Drawing, reading from graph to write dot, read dot. Returns from the dot file on the path. Now this actually has what is the... Yeah, this has a bunch of methods. Okay, let's just add here Network X and try to analyze that. Try to load that with Network X. So Network X, which version do we have? 261, 262. So X equals 262. Okay, if I install it again, all right, and then what is that? Network X a graph types graph, directed graph, multigraph, multi-graph, order graphs. And what is? XPy dot read graph returns the network X Okay. Yeah, my stream is constantly, sorry for the issues today. I constantly have some issues with my internet. So hopefully the video won't be too much messed up, but we'll see. Okay, I'll try to continue. Okay, let's do this. So let's just try to read. So here, instead of this, we're gonna do graph equals this, import network X. What's gonna happen now? Pi dot, we also need pi dot now. Okay, where is pi dot? Pi dot 1, 2, 1, 4, 2. I'm adding directly into the requirements file since we have opened it. Okay, we have multi-digraph named GG with 16 nodes and 27 edges. Nice. And now we are back to network X, which is great. So we have network X object, which could be used. So we have multi-digraph and network X multi-digraph as network X graph types. So multi-digraph is directed graph with self loops and parallel edges. So actually, so it has all possible stuff inside, I think. So it allows all these things, which is great. And multi-digraph, what do we have here? Multi-digraph, add node, add edge, from edges, attributes, shortcuts, subclasses, methods, add node, add edge. So a node view of nodes or nodes over the nodes. Okay, if I do here for nodes, node in graph.nodes, node, I just have okay for edges in edge in graph.edges. Nice. But these files, so we are analyzing this file here, and we have node label, so we need shape. We have a label attached to each node. Okay, print node dot label a string attribute. String object has no attribute label. All right, that's a problem because we have that's nodes. What if we, is that something different or the same? Yeah, the same. How to get labels from graphies? Graphies, I think we don't need this anymore because it's not useful. H label. Oh, that's the third library, PyGraphies. Oh, holy shit. G. Huh. Maybe we have that as an attribute. These multi-graph, do we have attributes here? Add node, add edge. Add node, remove. Add edge, remove edge, update, clear nodes, has node, contains edges, in edges. Get edge data. Yeah. You'll be okay, great. Why we don't have get node data? Data true. Nice. So we actually have now okay, so to get these data stuff we have to pass data argument to the nodes function, which returns the ID and then the dictionary with additional data. So so here data node, so ID props equals node. Actually node ID, comma, node props. If I print node ID props, what's gonna happen here? Bam, amazing. And then if we just want to print label, that's great, nice. Okay, but that's great. Now we have that graph which is correctly loaded, and we'll actually now we can and I think I'm back again. Sorry for interruptions, but today I have issues with my internet. It seems to work now, but sorry, I'm not sure where I stopped. But yeah, actually the idea is to import network xgraph into Memgraph, and GQL Alchemy has a convenient method to do so. So it will create NX2 Cypher, will create Cypher queries, and these queries could be executed against Memgraph. So we're gonna use that. I have to install this as well. Hopefully that's gonna work. Yes. Now we have that thingy, and let's go back here, and if we don't need this anymore, we're gonna skip all that. And the GQL Alchemy has a method NX2 Cypher that's under transformations. From GQL Alchemy. Transformations, import NX2 Cypher. Okay, and if what we're gonna get here, we're gonna get create index true. Graph and create index, and that's gonna return iterator to string. So queries equals list NX2 Cypher graph and create index true. Nice. We have the queries, which is great. From for query in queries print query. So we have a label here. We also have ID. ID is ID is a string. Do we have create label? Create index true. What? Create index false. Create index true. Graph. Why we don't have index query as well. Not sure. What do we have here? We have create and then labels type ID. No. NXID data.get labels. We are getting these three labels type ID, and then node labels else node labels. If it's not set, create node. What? Yeah, I'm not sure. What does this do? Create index on. ID. The problem is we don't have a label. We don't have a label on that node. Interesting. Okay, so I figured out. So the problem is that these nodes, these network X graphs don't have any label, and we are reading labels from here, which is a problem because these things here does not have labels as a data inside. Yeah. So we directly generated these things. But okay, I think I can change. I can change that graph here by adding labels to each node. What if I do for graph for node in graph nodes data equals true, and then network X, the graph nodes. No, I need add node, remove node, add edge. Update NX node. Yeah, but that's not great. I should be able to find that method here. Let's just try to do that. So node node data true. So we have that dictionary, which is ID data equals node, and then data labels equals let's say CPP, because we are in the CPP part of that. But if we run now, haha, nice. So we have a label. Okay, now we have everything because we added CPP as a label, and that was added to the create queries, and then we create an index for these, which is okay, and we have these labels, but the problem are these strings, because I don't know why we have these things here. Not sure. Yeah. Do we have them in the cpp dot label has what's going to happen if we do so the problem are these. I don't like these strings here because they don't make sense. Label, we can actually survive with the label and all these things, but I would like to get rid of these. Yeah, what's gonna happen if I actually So I'll make a function here that will yield all the queries. So def dot to Cypher and labels equals empty array, and we're gonna and we need path equals all right, and we're gonna copy all this. But we have to iterate through all of them, and for query in that yield query index true labels. Okay, and now we do dot to Cypher, path is here, labels are Cpp. Nice, it works. And what if I print Python stuff as well? PyDeps. What I have here, this is not great. Query in dot to Cypher. Dot to Cypher print yeah, we have the same problem here. We have the same problem, but yeah, here we need Python. Here we have Python, and the problem is that label has that string thingy. Data label. Label equals strip label strip this this. So we're gonna strip these things. Nope. Why not? Yeah, this is actually good because we stripped all these things. Yeah, nice. Now we have all the things here and here and here, and we're gonna just copy paste this to see does it work with Rust as well. rs steps, Rust, and we're gonna be consistent here. fr cp deps cpp. All right. Nice. So we have Rust, Python, and Cpp. Seems that everything is correct. Maybe we should just rename. Yeah, since we don't need this, we're gonna just rename label into name. Okay. Graph is boom, boom, boom. Nice. Okay, that's it. And now, since we have the queries, how to actually import that into Memgraph. So, GQL Alchemy. NXGraph to Memgraph parallel. NX to Cypher, NX to so we actually can do everything through the GQL Alchemy, just I don't need parallel execution. Query builder utilities. Memgraph query. But let's now just use the parallel thing. NX to Cypher, NX graph to Memgraph parallel. Insert queries, but that's private. I think this should be actually public, because we are instantiating a Memgraph instance. If queries are there, we pop, we execute, we append in case of an error, and we continue. This should be query. This should be, I think, public. Graph. Yeah. NX to Cypher, NX to Memgraph parallel. Okay. I'll just use this for now. So dot to Cypher. The problem is that we now. Yeah. The problem is we created these queries and we slightly altered the graph. But yeah, we can extract that as another function. We don't need graph is def dot to Cypher. Dot to mggraph. We need the same here. Let's call it like that, yeah. And dot to, yeah, and then we need these things here, and we're gonna return graph, so that we okay, and then dot to Cypher. Okay, dot to Cypher will so that's gonna create a Cypher and def mg graph to memgraph graph. Okay, we're gonna just set create index true. So that returns none. Nx graph to memgraph parallel. Nx to Cypher. Nx graph to memgraph parallel. Yes. Graph and create index true. All right. Memgraph, we gonna fire memgraph here. We have an instance of memgraph here. If we connect, okay, match and detach, delete, and let's just delete data. Overview, nothing is inside, which is good. All right, and dot to Cypher, that doesn't work anymore, but we can change it really quick. So mg graph to memgraph dot to mg graph, and we copy these two. Nice. Amazing. So that's gonna end up into memgraph by dips by, and also here we have dips Rust. Nice. So this should import data into memgraph somehow. So let's do it. Boom. Line 44. What is wrong here? I'm missing something here. Yeah. Whoops. We actually have something into we have all Cpp dependencies, but then edges are bad. Let's turn this into Cypher. Dot to mggraph to Cypher. I'll just delete this for now because it doesn't work. It was a premature stuff. Okay, mggraph to Cypher. That's okay. We're gonna get Cypher here. Print list. I think that should work. Yeah. So I think the problem is. Uh-oh. Label name. ID, and then edge is not a string. Because this is, so the problem is that this is considered as a variable instead of string. Yeah. And also we have to alter edges. So for edge in let me just but let's assume it's the same. I don't know. It has, oh shit. So that's gonna be tricky because ID. But maybe I can change that just on the fly. But I actually have the string here. It is a string here, but the problem is that thing here. So create edge from ID. That's a problem. That's a problem because from ID is integer. Yeah, here we have a problem because we are accepting integer and our how did that pass? Create node ID integer. NX ID. This is all string and ID here is a string. Interesting. That's very similar. Because here properties string, properties to Cypher properties, to Cypher value, to Cypher value if it's string, return a string. Yeah, because this is encoded as a property and there we get Yeah, the problem is if IDs are strings, but how did that create edge? N1 and 2 get labels. This is passed as we are passing here string as an integer, but since this is Python, it will just pass, and here we're gonna embed integer. I mean, we're gonna just print string, but it should be quoted, so the string here should be quoted. Okay, and then create edge is just called here. Yeah, we cannot change this. Easily. Yeah, I think I'm gonna create issue on this repo. Yeah, let's create issue here. So because the problem is if from ID is a string. Okay, we are now have to be signed in. Okay, I'll do that later on. Let me just take a note of that. But okay, let's not change this, because that will take a long time to do. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to but the problem is that we are creating these Cypher queries immediately. Wait. Alchemy repository. Actually, Nix to Cypher. It's edges to Cypher. Yeah, we are. Yeah, this is kind of very tricky to change, because yeah, basically it's not possible to use GQL Alchemy as is at this point, because these Cypher queries are not correct. And then there is a problem. I mean, I could hack it, but that's not the right thing to do. All right. I think I am forced to do this manually without GQL Alchemy. Yeah, but it's fairly simple, so I'll do that manually. Okay, let's ignore GQL Alchemy for now. We don't need this. Graph to Cypher. All right. For node in return, no, yield what create let's just do the similar thing here. We are just fetching all the things here, and then we just create a query. Okay, so create labels, label string. Actually, we can use this function. Is it possible to use this? Yes. Oh, nice. We can actually use this from GQL Alchemy. Utils import to Cypher labels. We're gonna just recode a couple of things. Okay. Label string equals just take this, and where is that? Transformations. From transformations, import this. Nice. Okay. We have that, and what else? Labels. Okay, let's just let's do it from scratch. So create label label string. Properties to Cypher labels, properties. Uh-oh. GQ Alchemy utilities. What? Nice, we have only labels for now. But yeah, we want, we're gonna hack it here a bit because we just need name. We just need, and we need ID, node ID and name. Node ID, we have that, and name, node props dot get name. If name is not there, then empty, and we put it here like this. ID, node ID, and then name. Name. All right. We have an issue here. But that's not just my ID name. ID is a string. MG procedure, and we're gonna also put it here. Bum and bum. All right. So now we should have the right name. ID is a string and name is a string. Great. And now we also need edges. So and we're gonna create yield, create index on Yeah, there is a huge logic about that there. So the problem is that we don't have, we need to create indexes. Yeah, but since this data is fairly small, let's not make a complication here, and let's just ignore indexes for now. We'll be able to import that for sure. Okay, so we have for edge start node ID and node ID props in. Data equals true. Okay. Create edge to Cypher properties. To Cypher labels. To Cypher labels from it to from to. So from to la la la. Let's just copy paste this. Wow. We actually don't need labels because we don't have indexes. So we're gonna just skip this. ID from ID, but we need this here. Okay. From ID to label. This is not required. So I'm now hacking a bit because we don't need these labels because we won't use indexes. Just this is copy paste code. We're gonna make a pull request and PR to the GQL Alchemy later on, and GQL Alchemy should support that. But just to save time here, we're gonna just skip that for now and just use IDs to match the nodes. So we need ID, but ID is a string, so we have to escape it, which is fine. Create edge type. Just hard code. Sorry again. It was again drop off of my internet. I'm not sure from where from where it cut, but I'm gonna repeat. So we just created these basic queries here in a hacked function for now. Later on, we're gonna use GQL Alchemy, and here we just use Memgraph lab to import these queries. So now we have that graph inside Memgraph lab, which is great. So we have all these components in C++, which is amazing. And I'll just try to use the same for the rest. Plus, I have to execute these queries against Memgraph, and yeah, let's go back into the GQL Alchemy. GQL Alchemy Memgraph. Can we use Memgraph to execute queries? Execute and fetch. We can. Great. So I'm gonna just instantiate Memgraph. So from Memgraph, and we're gonna create that and run the queries. So from GQL Alchemy dot Memgraph import Memgraph. Let me just check the example how to initialize it. So so for me, sorry, from GQL Alchemy import Memgraph. Basically these two. So Memgraph. We need Memgraph here, and for query in a query, Memgraph.execute query. Boom, nice. All right, but just delete everything. Execute match and let's try it out. Overview. We have 16 nodes and 27 edges. I think that's correct. Yep, that's a correct thing. Nice. And then we have to do the same for others. mggraph dot to memgraph dot to memgraph but file dot labels equals list. All right. All right. We need to do this. File labels. We need instance of memgraph, but we're gonna just do host equals Okay, dot to here we do path and labels. Path labels execute query and we done. Host port. We also define mg host equals no 001 and mg port. Nice. We replace it here. Mg host, mg port, and we also use it here. So dot to memgraph. This is the path. Labels is only Cpp. Host port we can use default. Nice. All right, let's run it now. Do we still have the same here? Yes. And let's run the same here and here. We just have to change. So by depths by and rust rs depths. Now we should have a little bit more stuff inside. Nice. And if we run, boom. I like this. So we have C++ dependencies here. We have Rust dependencies here. This is a really nice graph. I really like this one here. And we also have Python dependencies. So GQL Alchemy depends on NetworkX and PyMG client. Pip depends on pip3 and PyDot depends on PyParsing. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, this is now these are Python dependencies, are dependencies from the current, I think, virtual environment, which is a bit wrong, but anyways, that's easy to change. And yeah, this is pretty amazing. If I run, so we did the first part finally. Yeah, hooray. The question is now, what do we do? What do we do next? I think I'm gonna just try to run PageRank on top of this graph, because it should be quite interesting to get these results. But do we have the right? So GQL Alchemy depends. So the edge should be depends on, yeah. Okay. All right. This is quite nice. Okay. Call mg procedures yield star yeah, we don't have all the procedures because of the config. But anyway, we're gonna change that easily. Okay, I really like the result here. Yeah, let's just try to run PageRank. So we have a memgraph here, but user lib memgraph ls user lib memgraph why it failed because we don't have network X. Haha, I think it's gonna be easier to just run memgraph Docker, but yeah, we can maybe use even the latest Docker of memgraph. Yeah, we don't have the latest memgraph, so I'm gonna quickly download it. So yeah, so memgraph.com/download. 1.6, we need Docker, copy link address. We are now downloading the latest version of Memgraph community. Because we have the PageRank implementation there, NetworkX PageRank implementation. I mean, I can rerun Mage, but this will be a bit quicker, I think. Yeah, while this is getting downloaded, I think we are missing. Yeah, the requirements. What do we have here? So we need to have install dot, and we are running dot, but we don't need. Do we need graphics? I think pip3. We need pip3. Yeah. Graphics. I think we need. Yeah, I'm gonna just leave graphics networkx. We need networkx, and we use pi dot, and we need that. Yeah, I will just leave it as is for now. Do I have everything here? Yep. Load minus e memgraph 1.6.1. So we can quickly just go on the docs page, and here changelog. Whoa. Okay, changelog. In the 1.6 we basically fixed some error handling in the Kafka streaming part, but that was just a bug fix, nothing else in this release. And we also had this privilege, but that's in the enterprise version. All right, Docker load, Docker images. Yeah. So let's just start memgraph here. Docker run minus it minus rm minus p687 memgraph 1.61 community minus log level bug, also log to std error. All right, we have that version of memgraph. We are connected to memgraph immediately. If we run procedures, okay, now we have all the procedures. We need PageRank. Where is PageRank? PageRank is here. We just call PageRank and so call nx-alg PageRank yield everything. Data is not there. Analyze. Now we have data. PageRank. Boom. Nice. We have all the stuff here. Cpp. Yield everything. Node rank. Yield node rank. Return node rank. Order by rank descending. Okay. MG procedure has the highest PageRank, and then in the Rust stuff, Unicode XID has the highest PageRank. Let me just check these. So we have to find them. So MG procedure and Unicode, and what is else? Win API and also prods macro. So in this case, like PageRank is giving you the importance of a node in a given graph, but in this case, I mean, in the dependencies, that's, I would say, the most influential or the most critical. I'm not sure if that's correct, but in the PageRank area, PageRank will give you the most critical dependency you have in the in your program. So yeah, because these are very low level libraries that all other libraries depend on, and yeah, there is some kind of I'll just make a quick break. Be right back. Sorry for waiting. I'm back. It took a quick break, but now we can continue. And yeah, we are already 2 hours in. I think I'm gonna be soon done with the whole thing. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, these are mostly, I mean, these nodes with highest rank have huge importance in the whole thing. So let me just find these things. So Unicode, WinAPI, prots macro, and libc. So if I go here and we rerun the whole thing, so yeah, mg procedure, a bunch of these nodes are depending on mg procedure, and it has the highest rank. Basically mg utility, I'm not sure why mg utility is not that important, but anyway. Anyway, and then on this side we have WinAPI is very important. libc is very important. Prots something, prots macro was critical. And yeah, that's mostly it. That was PageRank. Maybe we can run some other algorithm as well. So procedures yield star, betweenness centrality, BFS, big connected components, bridges. Diameter. That's also interesting. Let's try to run this. nx dot boom. Now we have an error. Found infinite path length because the dgraph is not strongly connected. Yeah, that's not possible to run this graph. Find cycles, flow hierarchy, global efficiency, blah, blah, blah. Is forest, is isolate. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's it. Some of these algorithms could be run and analyzed. I don't have any ideas of what of this would be useful. But yeah, I'll think about that a bit more. All right. Let's go back to the graph. Sorry, query. Let's run this. All right. Today we showcased a lot. I hope it was useful. If you have any questions or anything, just ask. Or suggestions, that would be good to know. Next week next Saturday, I think I'm gonna continue this a bit. I'll polish these things a bit, and also maybe run some more advanced analytics when it comes to estimating the build time or some stuff like that. That's important in the C++ and Rust case. But yeah, we'll see about that. All right. Hopefully this was good. Sorry for internet problems. It was okay at the end, but in the beginning I had issues. And yeah, that's it for today. Have a good rest of the weekend, and yeah, see you next Saturday. Bye bye.